So I sold a beat the other day. It was interesting. It was actually on an old BeatStars profile I forgot I had, and then I get an email, and I'm like, "What's this email? Who's emailing?" Oh wow, I forgot I had this beat on here, and I had sampled some King Heart song for a while back, "Dearly Beloved," made a track called "Dearly Beloved." It was interesting. Because I haven't been selling beats, at least not in the traditional sense, or what's now become the traditional sense as far as selling beats online. I have a differing philosophy on that than most people. And this is not shade to people who sell beats online with beat leases and non-exclusive and exclusive and all these different licensing, different options, because it is an independent workflow. It is something that can be very lucrative if you put the proper work into it. But for me, I see myself more as a artisan, as a creative, as someone who makes custom things. And so my preference, even in working with artists, is I prefer to have the artist in the studio with me rather than making a beat and just sending them a bunch of beats or something like that, or sending them a beat randomly, or just putting a beat pack together and, all right, here's a whole bunch of beats and I'm throwing spaghetti against the wall and we'll see what stick. I would much rather the artist actually sit in the studio with me while I make the track from scratch and get in real time feedback, or they tell me, if we do this virtually, tell me what you're looking for, send me a reference of a song, or even another producer's beat off of YouTube, and I will make something that has a similar vibe to it. I'm not going to copy it, but we're going to make something with a similar vibe to it, but better because it's me. No offense to the other producer. I'm just, I find personally that when a track is created specifically for the artist in question, or specifically for this particular song idea, or this feeling, this mood, the end result is way better than you looking for a beat and then recording on it, because that beat wasn't made specifically for you. It wasn't made specifically for that song. And so it can be good. You can craft the lyrics to fit the beat nicely, but there's something special about that actual collaborative process of making music. The original process of making music was songwriter, vocalist in the room with a band. And in this case, when I'm producing for artists, I am the band. And the artist is the songwriter, vocalist. And we get that collaboration, and it's just a magical thing that comes together. And most of the things that I've worked on, that I've produced, have been that. And when I compare those things to the tracks that I made a track and sent it to somebody, it's just not the same. It's not on the same level. And so when it comes to leasing beats, that's the part of the reason I have never really been into it, is because I don't get that interaction. You're not getting my best by me sending you a bunch of beats and hoping you like something. You know what I can do. Let's get into the studio and let's create some magic. The second thing is, I'm an artisan. I consider myself an artisan. And the beat leasing model is more akin to Walmart. Walmart's a very lucrative company, but they are a variety store. I don't want to run a store. That's just it. I don't want to run a store. I prefer I'm like a blacksmith, or a jeweler. You come to me for a specific design, and I can give you that specialized design, that one of a kind thing. And so that's kind of my philosophy on it. It's not a shade thing to producers who sell beats, because again, it's a lot of money you can make if you're willing to go down that rabbit hole. But for me personally, I'm all about the magic. And if I'm going to do something, even as a business, I need to personally get enjoyment out of it, or else why not work a regular job, right?